Yo, what's up, CFS? I'm so glad that you guys are joining us today. Man, make sure before anything, hit that subscribe button. Show some love in the likes and in the comments as well, because today we got an amazing conversation with amazing students who are here today. You're gonna hear from them in a second. So I promise you, you wanna share this with some people. Show some love because it's powerful and it'll bless your life. Check it out.
Alrighty. We here. All right, y'all. So before we say anything, let's introduce ourselves because, man, I think the people want to know who we are. So we'll start off from over here. All right. So we'll go around.
The
we'll end off
influencer,
with
the social media influencer
Yo,
right here.
Come
Let's
on
go.
now.
I'm Layla. My ad is Simply Lay. Go subscribe.
Hey, she said, go subscribe to
Yo,
the page.
she's really famous. 2 mil.
100%.
Let's go.
No,
2
I think
mil.
it's 20 million actually.
20 million.
20 million.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Exactly.
Hey,
But we're
yeah,
not
yeah.
trying to flex here. We're just,
wanna flex.
no, we're not flex here.
Flex. And I'm Lewis from the Palmetto Bay campus.
Hey, I'm Gabe from the Doral campus.
I'm Zoe from the Coral Gables campus.
Hey,
Brittany from Doral campus.
come on.
Ethan from the Doral campus.
Yo, Doral in the building.
I'm
Let's
also
go.
from the Doral
That's the
campus.
best
And you're from the
campus.
Doral.
I'm from the Doral campus.
That's
And
campus.
Zoe's like Core Games on top of Doral. Like,
Going to
Yeah.
the downtown Doral.
Yeah.
Which one you like better? Oh, no.
No,
Guys, we're not getting into it.
We're not gonna get into that. Now we're gonna be talking about 2023. Before we get into 2024, I have a question for y'all. In 2023, what was like your favorite memory or the best highlight that you had for 2023? Spiritually speaking. So like, man, that God taught you something or God was consistently teaching you something. What was the thing? Like, what was the thing for 2023? Open up the floor. Anybody?
I mean, mine personally would probably be listening first before you start speaking, just so, because like, I forgot what verse it was, but it was be slow to speak, be quick to listen, slow to speak,
That's
and
right.
slow to anger. And that's like really an important thing when you're like talking to like people like in our age, how like they're just constantly talking and then like sometimes they slip up and say something wrong, so they gotta like correct themselves, and we have to be slow to speak so that we're able to like fully understand them.
That's facts.
So that's just something.
Yeah, our generation, we know it's like that's the easiest thing we want to do. We always want to
Yeah.
speak up, but I love that. I love that God taught you that. Anybody else?
Yeah, that's really good.
That's really, really good.
Yeah, I had been talking about it the other day, but I think this year has shown me that it's really important that instead of what I want, it's what He wants for me. And it's really easy to pray like, oh, like, Lord, please give me this. Like, I really want this, but it shouldn't be that. It should always be like what you want for me is exactly what I want for myself, because I know that your plan is greater than mine, no matter what it is. So I think it's really important to
Let's
think
go.
of that.
That's me right there. That's Lord.
I know, super side note, but shout out to my dog Bernie. She's getting baptized.
Oh,
So I had to say it.
Let's
She's getting baptized really early 2024. We're talking about 2024, but I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. All right.
That's good. And even looking at that, like 2023, like
Yeah.
for me, I think my favorite moment in CFS was, I think, summer tours. I love the fact that we were talking about like, mental health, and this and that. And I'm not trying to be biased right now because you're here, but bro, your message was actually fire, bro. Impacted me. Like, even for me, like I'm one of the speakers and I preach. Like, people don't know that I receive just as more as I speak. Like you were saying, like, bro, be quick to listen. So like when these guys are up there preaching, like I'm locked in listening because I need Jesus just as much as you guys do. You know what I'm saying? Like I need Him just as much. So I think 2023 was such a good year. But with that being said, like I would love to hear from you guys, maybe Zoe and maybe you as well. Like 2024 is coming up. Do you guys have any goals? Like, what are some goals you guys have?
Grades, because like I'm kind of
grades.
slipping up. Like I'm good at it, but it's hard to like keep on doing it and like trying to catch up with the class.
So like being consistent with
Yeah.
it. Dang, what about you?
Me, like some goals, practice piano more because I'm on the Doral campus worship team.
Hey.
So, and I'm playing keys. So like practice that more, like work out more.
Oh, you trying to get in the
Yeah.
gym.
Yeah.
It's
not working.
Right there.
Yeah, I know.
You been in the
She's
gym?
stealing my flow. She's stealing my
Yo!
She said she's still in my
Yeah,
flow.
so what about you guys? What do you guys think for 2024 coming up? What goals you guys have?
And it could be anything, by the way.
It could be anything,
Physically,
what?
spiritually speaking,
Like
whatever.
me, I'm trying to get in the gym.
100%.
Okay?
yeah.
I've been trying to get so.
Exactly.
This is crazy. I was telling you guys a little bit about this, but I'm thinking of doing a 3-day water only fast.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Only water.
Me personally.
No
So-
smoothies, no nothing.
No, just what? So if you see
chicken
me
broth.
and I look like I'm dying, I'm good. Trust me.
Okay.
Like if I'm not on the floor passed out, I'm good.
You're good.
I'm good. Just encourage me.
Yeah,
Just be
yeah.
like, keep going, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's all I need. You know what I'm saying? But what about you guys? What you guys got some goals? What are you thinking?
That 2024 would be the start of my senior year. So,
That's right.
I mean, obviously school-wise, grades, always trying to keep those up, but at the same time, dance team. I've danced my whole life, so senior year dance team, I'm really trying to push, be the best version of myself for that. Also this year at Nationals, same thing, but for 2024, my senior year, we're really trying to win. So all the hard work, like everything that we've pushed for, like I really want to win. So, yeah.
Dang.
Number 1 in the nation. I'm calling it right now. I'm
So,
calling
is
it.
that a problem?
Maybe. Just might be.
Yo.
So-
No,
What about you, bro? What you got?
Probably the same thing as Zoe, just staying consistent in school, because I also want to get into college classes so that I'm able to like just get ahead of like where I'm supposed to be right now. So I'm just trying to stay more consistent.
What
in that.
grade are you in right now?
I'm a sophomore.
Let's go.
So tense.
So you got to do enrollment.
Pull your report card up right now. Right now.
Oh, so don't.
No, I should be fine.
Zoe's
He's like, wait a minute.
Please don't ask me, please don't. You know what? I have it already. No.
Dang. I was
Gabe,
gonna
what about you, bro? What goals you got, bro?
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now. My goal is that Christy will say I do when we get married. Let's go. So it's prepping up for that. And you know, spiritually speaking as well, like for me, one thing I want to focus in on is, man, just being more evangelical, like being more open to my faith. And so doing things that's out of my comfort zone, like things that like I usually wouldn't do before. So just being more evangelistic with my life.
I love that.
How I am with social media, how I am with people in general, if I'm going to CVS or I'm going to whatever, Publix, and my cashier, you know what I'm saying? The person who just, who received my credit card, like, man, how am I evangelizing to that person? So that's kind of like my main goal, is to be more evangelistic.
And I love that you bring that up too, because I wanted to ask you guys as well, like, because we got goals, you know, for school, grades, etc.
Working
the
out.
gym, working out, fast, try not to die, right? Like doing this fast, but like, what about? And you alluded to it spiritually. Like, what are some goals? Like, for me, I know one of my goals next year. Every year I try to do this where I try to read a book of the Bible. I try to, you know, get down pack a book. So next year I'm already praying like, dang, what book I'm gonna read and dive into and all that stuff. But for sure, another thing I just want to grow in next year is just like, man, just trusting in God more. Like we talk about faith, right? We talk about faith a lot, walking by faith and etc. And that sounds cool to say, but it's actually very scary. Because you don't know what's next. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know the outcome. So for me, one thing I want to grow in next year is just walking by faith more.
That's right.
Like even, like I don't need to always have the answer. Or I don't even know, I just got to trust God. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. What about you guys? What do you guys think, spiritually speaking? Like what are some goals you guys have for next year?
Good question.
So I want to stay more consistent in like reading the Bible. So like by next year, I want to at least read like finish the Gospels, just because I want to see like the way that Jesus lived and kind of like implement that in my life so that I may walk like how he walked. So that's
So
just
you got
small
4
thing.
books then by the end of the year.
Yeah, I'm already like halfway through Matthew.
Okay. You already started good. Okay,
Yeah.
started early.
Let's go. What about you guys? What you think, Zoe?
I don't know. Like, there's so many things that I don't do as a Christian, but I want to start doing it.
What would you say is the one thing that you're like, man, I want to grow in this?
Prayer, because I am so bad at praying. Like, I don't know what to say.
That's good. I love that. What about you guys? What do you think?
Me, I've like gone through a lot, right? And I have like, I know to trust in God, but it's a hard concept for me. Like I know it's His plan, but it's hard for me to like follow through with it and not do like, and still go with what He has planned for me, and like to trust that this hard thing, like I don't know what His purpose is for this hard thing that's going on in my life. So like just a ton of things that's going on. I don't know what's like, how can my human mind can comprehend how much He has planned for me that I can't like I can't control. Like He has so much for me that I can't like do anything about.
That was deep.
And then I was also listening to your like depression, like the I'm not happy summer tourist thing. I was listening to yours because I was like going through a lot, so it really helped me.
So
Praise
growing
God.
in that this year, that's beautiful.
Praise God.
Brittany, what about you?
In 2023, I like fully like I joined CF. I gave my life to Christ. 2023, I'm so thankful. So
Getting baptized soon.
Yes.
Let's go.
So starting 2024, it's the first year that I actually like the whole year
Yeah.
would be that. So I really definitely want to start reading the Bible more, like every single day, obviously as much as I can. And I feel like a big part of like my life that I love to do is share, like spread the gospel, spread the good news, like everything. I love talking to people about it. So I want to like educate myself more so that like when someone brings up a question, I know how to answer it. And like that's a really big goal of mine, to like fully like know what I'm talking about. Like obviously learn for myself what I'm reading, but also that I can share it with others.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a
Yeah,
big goal.
First Peter talks about like defending your faith, like
Yes.
being ready to do that.
Yeah.
And I would say like for the ones who are like for the ones who are being challenged, or you feel like you know that you need to like work on your spiritual discipline and reading scripture. I actually felt that like a month ago. Actually, like I was like, man, I need to work on, not for a sermon, not for anything, but just for my own individual life. Like I need to work on this. One thing that shout out to Jose from the Doral campus. He actually challenged me, and something that it's actually been blessing my life. Maybe you could start doing it in 2024. It's just reading, and I think you're doing it as well for 2024, reading the same book. Because sometimes we want to like read like different books, or reading the Gospels is amazing, but sometimes rereading the same book, you see that the Word is living and active. You see that God sometimes tries to teach us something new, even within one book, even within one chapter. Sometimes it's like you don't have to go into out of 67 read 32 for the year. It's like, bro, just read one book and see how the Lord will bless you by reading that one book. So that's what I'm doing. That's one of the challenges that I'm having. Like, bro, read one book a month, we're good to go.
I love that. And I just want to end this too, because I mean, we all know how it is, like New Year's resolution, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna do this. Even me, like I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna do this, and I go for 2 days and I don't go till next year, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll start over next year, but obviously, like, we're not perfect people, we're broken people, and we fail and we make mistakes. Like, all of our goals, like, whatever it is, spiritually, physically, like, we're not gonna hit it always. And my question for you guys is, like, what do you guys think would be beneficial or helpful for you in this upcoming year when you do fail, when you don't feel like reading that book in the Bible, or when you don't feel like going to the gym? And for me, like, I think it's just having good friends. Like, for me, you guys don't know, Gabe is one of my closest friends. I love him like a brother, for real. And, yeah, bro. You want to see your contact on my phone?
No, you changed it like last year, but it's all good.
No. His name is literally Closely, for real. Wow. So for me, it's just having good people in my life that I can be vulnerable with and just be like, dog, I don't feel like praying today. I really don't. Like, please push me. Like, what do I do? And I have friends in my life that, let's pray right now. Let's do this right now. There's people in my life where I'm like, I don't feel like going to the gym. I just want to eat these Cheez-Its and McDonald's. Like, no. And they'll be like, man, put that down. Let's go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just having good friends in my life and good people that can push me and motivate me. Even spiritually, like, there's times for me, like I said, I want to pray, or even reading the Word. And my wife is another big one. I mean, obviously, I live with her, so it's easier, where I'm like, sweetheart, I don't feel like, I don't know. And she's like, boy, you better get up. Come on, and let's do it together.
Cut the grass.
Yeah. And she'll be like, swear, we'll do it together. And, just having those good people in my life. Yeah. I don't know. What about you guys? What do you guys think?
I mean, something that I feel like I might start doing is that with the same thing that it's hard to like either like start praying, or like I just don't feel like doing that right now. I've now started to like take time to myself and really think about like the benefits it's gonna give me. Like reading the Word is gonna lead me closer to God, and like lead me to a better place spiritually. And then praying, it just helps all around. God's able to listen to you and like what your needs are, and maybe He can meet those needs. And it's just, you need to take a second to really think about what it's gonna do for your life, and like that you're like, oh, if praying's gonna like help me out, or if I'm able to talk to God about like all my problems, then maybe I should start doing it, just because it's that personal relationship that I can have with Him.
That's good.
That's good. I mean, I think that's a great thing to like, bro, think about the benefits. That's good. Something we don't do, 100%.
So like, if I ever forget like to put a reminder on my phone, because I'm like always checking it, like whenever I open my phone, I can check the reminder. Oh, like I can do something new every day, or I can do this again. Like I can always check. Like if I ever forget, I can just always check that. And I had seen this thing on Pinterest that they read Luke like every day until Christmas in December, and you can like find out who Jesus is and why we're celebrating like Christmas and why we're celebrating.
Like have a chapter every single day.
Luke.
That's fine. Bro, what about you guys? Throughout the year, when you don't have that energy and motivation no more to pursue God in the way you wanted to in the beginning of the year, like, what do you think is some things that'll be help for you. What do you think, Zoe?
I think the people around me is very important because if I'm with people that are like building me down, I don't want to do anything. Like I'll just stay in bed. But if I'm with people like from church, they build me up so much that I like want to do what I have. I want to do what I have to do.
Instead of using, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm super motivated. Like in the beginning of the year, it's all about like motivation. And people are like, oh, it's a new year. Like, yeah, this is why I'm going to do this. And that never usually works. So I think it's more about discipline than motivation. So when people ask me like, it's like, oh, like how do you stay motivated? It's not motivation, it's discipline. So like even like with the gym or reading the Bible, like it's not, oh, like I super really want to do this right now. It's more of like, this is the goal I set for myself and there's a reason behind it. So I think that there's definitely a reason to push.
Dang,
Keep
that's
like
good.
the discipline.
Smack you across the face.
Dang.
I love that because right now you mentioned that. I read this quote the other day. This is fire. He's gonna steal it. He steals everything.
Let me write it down.
Anything he preaches, it came from me. No, I guarantee you. It came from me.
Don't do me like that.
And then he says, "Oh, God spoke to me."
No, First of all. No, you know what?
No,
Let me
but
know.
I read this quote the other day. Exactly what you're talking about. It said, "Whenever you don't feel like praying, force yourself because there's something forcing you not to."
Write that down. Write that down.
He's gonna copy it. It's okay.
Processing right
It's
now.
okay. But man, I love that, and I love how you ended off like that as well. Like, man, we just gotta push forward, even when we
right.
don't feel like it. When we have these amazing friends in our life and having that discipline, etc., etc. So, man, I know this conversation is gonna be a blessing to some people. Thank you guys for being so vulnerable and opening up. And man, y'all spit some facts out here. You know,
For
what I'm saying?
real,
Y'all
for
spit
real,
some
for real.
wisdom. At Doral, y'all need to be preaching. Forget this guy. No, he's
That
good.
is facts.
No, you guys are phenomenal, and man, I'm excited to see what God is going to do in all of your lives in the year of 2024. I know we can look back at this moment and be like, that's not who I am now.
Yeah.
I
better.
grew in my faith. I grew in my prayer life. I grew in my grades. Like, I think the best thing about moments is like this is like, in a few months, in a few weeks, we can look back and be like, wow, God is so faithful. Look how much I've grown. Even if it's just a tippy tad bit, I moved forward. And
right.
that's what matters. So, man, I'm proud of you guys. I love you guys. And thank you for being a blessing for
Same
not
over
just to our lives, my life, but to the ministry and to your peers and to the kids that come every Wednesday and hang out with you guys. So love you and grateful for real.
For real.
Group hug.
You guys are fun.